up, YouTube? How y'all doing, Vibe family? It's your host, Casey. Today's story is about me. This is a true story that happened back of March 2017. Now, there is a backstory that goes with this that involves two friends of mine who were murdered early March, actually March 10th of 2017, named vell and Booda. Two good friends of mine who I miss dearly, and may those two kings rest in power. Now, the story takes place in Chicago. If y'all don't know, I'm from Chicago, Illinois. Grew up on the south side, east side, low end to the hundreds, all through the south side. I stayed in almost every neighborhood on the south side, but I was born and raised on 58th and Kingdrive. I'm from basically like the land of the drill, where everything started at. And I got some stories about that too, guys, I'm going to share with you guys later on this channel. But now, March of 2017, early March, Booda and Vell were murdered in a gas station on 51st in Indiana. And it hit the whole city hard. They will be truly missed. They were greatly loved and appreciated. Vell is this flat cat that you see on the screen. It's a good friend of mine, known him almost all my life. And he was a real respected cat in the streets. The rapper King Yella even came up with a song about him when he passed. Me and vell, we were part of the same organization, same family, same brotherhood on kingdrive, named s.k.d, South Kingdrive. And Booda right here, I known Booda since he was a baby. I know Booda's whole family, grew up real close with them. We all stayed in the same building, 57, 58 South Kingdrive together. And I watched him grow up and become the young man that he became. Now, March 10th, when they were murdered, like I said, it hit the hood hard, hit the city hard, family members, friends, loved ones. And we still miss them to this day. Like, really do miss those guys. And may those two kings rest in power forever. So, after they died and the news hit everybody, I was in altgeld Gardens, the project that you see on the screen right now, infamous altgeld Gardens, Murray Gardens. They called it a Dirty 130. I was staying out there at that time, basically on my own, but the mother of my three kids, she had an apartment out there. She was out there as well. And we actually had moved out there together. But at that time in March, we wasn't together. We was broken up for a little while. And I'll get to that in another story. So I'm in the gardens and I was hustling. I was making some good money, you know. Me and my like a big brother of mine, his name Ernest, called him E. And Champ, Kia, you know, they really was teaching me the ropes, and I really learned a lot from them. And especially E, especially Champ, especially Kia, on how to really hustle, how to really make some money, how to really stand out. And, you know, not stand out as far as being flash or anything, but stand out as product. You understand? So this overwhelming feeling was coming over me every day. It was dreadful. It was a terrible feeling. I kept feeling like I was next. All I kept thinking about was the gruesome way they were murdered in that gas station. There's actually a video surfing around. I think the video is still somewhere on the internet of Booda and Vell getting gunned down in that gas station like that. And that overwhelming feeling, it was so much, it was depressing. And I kept feeling like death was literally around the corner, guys. And no matter what I did, you know, every day, up till March 17th, I was having these feelings. So March 17th comes around. Me and Stormy meet up at her house, and we're dressed, we're ready to go. We get on the 34 South Michigan bus, altgeld Gardens bus, and we head out to my play sister Angelique house. She stayed in the Wiggle World over there on 75th, 74th, and we went to her house. Picked her up. We got back on the 75th Street bus, went to the redline. We get on the Dan Ryan redline train, and we go downtown. Now, we go downtown. We already had this plan. We're going to bar hop, club hop, go get some food. We're going to have a good time. Now, prior to then, let me backtrack a little bit. Wow. Me and Stormy were at her house. Ernest called me. E called me. It's like my big brother. He called me. He said, yeah, bro, where you at? I tell him, yeah, I'm at Stormy house. We're getting ready to go. He said, man, I want you to have a good time when you go downtown. But look, little bro, why don't you come get this pipe? Come get this gun, just to make sure y'all safe when y'all get down there. Nah, bro, I don't think I'm gonna need that, man. We should be all right. We just going downtown, we should be all right down there. He like, man, nah, bro, come get the pipe. Nah, bro, I ain't finna come get that gun, man. I'm good. He like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, all right, man, be safe, man. Call me if you need me. Click. Fast forward, me, Angelique, Stormy, we're downtown. I got the party pack. I got pills, cigarettes, Hennessy, Remy. We got drinks. Everybody got a bottle. We got beers and stuff. And we still was going to bar hopping, still going to clubs and stuff. But I didn't drink that much. I actually held on to my bottle because I know I'm with two women, and I have to be able to protect them and be coherent. So I didn't drink that much, but the pill really sustained me. Guys, the pill I'm talking about is ecstasy, MDMA, Molly, and it's a stimulant, it's an upper. And those are one of the reasons why I used to like taking pills, because it kept me alert and it kept me focused. So we having fun, guys. I mean, we had some fun. I even ran into some people that I knew, who rapped. I'm not gonna say their names, but and I smoked a little blunt with him and at a reggae club, and it was time to go. Our plan was to hurry up and catch a liquor store and get on a train, get on a Roosevelt and the Red Line train to 95th, then get back on the 34 South Michigan bus, go back to the Gardens, and go to Stormy house. We was gonna have our little after joint there. So we wound up leaving the reggae club, and we're walking down State Street towards Roosevelt and State, and it's a Walgreens right there. For some reason, Stormy just gets to acting belligerent. Now we just had left this said club on the screen, and we're walking south of there towards Roosevelt. And as we're walking, Stormy just get to acting crazy. I don't know why she started acting like that, but me and Angelique was very, very concerned, and we're like, Stormy, what's the problem? And Stormy she's just going crazy. She just, get away from me. What's going on? I'm like, what the hell? This lady don't need to drink. But Stormy likes to drink. She could drink any guy under the table. Like, she drinks. And this was actually the first time she ever did this with me in public. So I was real taken back, and I almost didn't know what to do. And we finally get a hold of Stormy. We go to Walgreens. She gets a bottle of Hennessy. I tell her, we don't need that. I still got liquor. Angelique still has liquor. But she go get her own bottle again, and now we're walking to the train. We make it to the train platform. We're waiting on the train to come, and Stormy's calming. She has calmed down a little bit, and the train comes. The train comes. We get on the train. The cart that we were on, it's 2:00 in the morning. The cart that we were on was relatively empty, and so on our side of the cart, we were just like by ourselves. And then this guy walks on. He was about 6'4", dark skinned, about 200 something pounds, and I instantly noticed what he has on. He has on like some black steel toe boots, some black corduroy pants, a navy blue vest, and a navy blue hoodie and a black vest, like like how they dress in New York. And I instantly noticed, like, it's 2017. I never see, people wearing corduroys no more. And it was kind of funny to me. Like, what are you doing, dude? And as you guys can see on the screen, where Roosevelt is, Roosevelt's right there. And as you go, it's 95th. It's the last stop. That's where the train ends at on the south side. Moving it on. So we're on the train, and we're having a good time now. Stormy has calmed down, and I'm feeling a little better, but I'm alert now, and because I have to be alert now because of what she just did. Now that really put me on full alert, and so Angelique, Stormy, they trying to get me to sip. I didn't really want to sip, but I took a little sip, and I was like, I'm good. And this guy, he comes down like, what's up? I'm like, what's up, bro? And he's all like, yeah, how you doing, sweetheart? And, like, he's trying to talk to Stormy, Angelique. And I'm like, look, bro, this ain't that type of party. You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you go back down there? I'm all of 6 feet. At that time, probably 155 pounds soaking wet. And also, what you're looking at right now, this is the 95th station right here. This is the terminal where the train stops on the south side. What you're looking at right now is the whole infrastructure of the 95th Street Station. Now, towards your left, that terminal right there, towards your far left, that is where we would get on the bus, on the 95th Street bus at. That's where the bus stop was at. So moving on, he was making advances towards Stormy and my sister, I guess trying to catch something. And, I had to tell him, like, man, just leave us alone. We're out the bam, you tripping. And Stormy's drunk, she belligerent, she talking crazy, she saying all type of wild stuff. And he got to acting a little aggressive. And all I could think about was my boy E telling me that I should have grabbed that gun for our protection. Because I didn't know what this dude was on. And I was really, really worried about what was going to happen. Now, this picture you guys looking at right here is a picture of me and my friends and brothers from off Kingdrive. Right there to the far left, that's my cousin 3. That's me right there bending down next to a trophy I won. I'm going to tell you guys about how I won that. I won that at the Black Expo. I won first place for an original song that I wrote called Fiending For You at the time. And to your far right with the blue hat on, that's actually my twin brother, 40. So all I could think about was Ernest telling me, man, come get the gun, bro. And me telling him no. Because now this guy is acting kind of, sketchy and creepy and weird. And I have to protect myself plus these 2 young women. So some guys wound up getting on the train that I knew, and he bagged off. So he left us alone for a little while. Now, I'm steady looking at him. I'm mugging him now because I'm like, man, I really want to, step to this cat, but I don't want to. I don't want to start nothing, and everything's calmed down. But I'm still watching him. So we finally get to 95th. And we're on 95th, and we go to the 24-hour spot, and we get us some food. The food took about 15 minutes, but the bus was coming in like 18 minutes, so we had enough time. So we get our food, and once we're walking back across the street to the terminal, we see our bus coming, so we run for the bus. We get on the bus. We go all the way to the back of the bus, and I take a bite of my cheesesteak, and I put it up, and I'm gonna eat the rest when we get off the bus, get to your house. So as the bus driver is pulling off, always hearing somebody banging on the bus. He pulls over, and guess who gets on the bus? That guy. He gets on the bus, and I immediately like, oh man, he following us now. So he walks back there and starts talking to Stormy and Angelique again. And Angelique, now she's creeped out. She like, dude, stop talking to us. For real, like, it's about to go down. So I go tell the bus driver, and I tell her, I say, look, lady, this guy, he's followed us all the way from Roosevelt and the Red Line all the way here, and he's steady harassing us. Now, I'm letting you know this because he won't leave us alone. Can you do something about that? The bus driver told me, she said that if y'all start fighting, I'm just going to call the police. I'm like, why can't you just tell him to leave us alone? I'm like, who is him? Well, I think he sell loose squares up here sometime. I'm looking at her like, dude, I just told you that this guy is harassing us, and you telling me that you're not going to do nothing about that? And you see my my sister back there basically cussing this guy out. And she did nothing, y'all. She could have prevented this whole thing. And that's the reason why I want to take legal action on CTA. But no lawyers will pick up my case. They're like so corrupt. And it's really like an open and shut case because they have audio and video on these buses. And you can clearly hear me telling her that this guy is messing with us. Can you do something? You can clearly hear her saying she's gonna do anything. But anyway, so I go back to the bus. I say, hey, bro, leave us alone. By this time, the bus is creeping up to down Michigan, almost 103rd. And so I'm creeping. So I walk back there, and I say, hey, bro, I'm not a scary dude, y'all. And y'all gonna find out why when I tell y'all some other stories about myself and my past. So I tell the guy, I say, hey, bro, we can get off this bus and we can handle this. Like, man, bro, I done told you leave us alone, or what you think this is, bro? But what's up? He said something crazy. I just swung on him. I hit him. Now, when I hit him, it's like he ate that. He did not feel a thing or something. And my sister, she tries to go and hit him, and she jumps on a man's back. She's hitting him, and so it's a whole bunch of movement because it was other people back there. Now, doing this movement, I fall almost on Stormy, and he goes to stabbing me. Like, he caught me slipping, tried to stab me in my chest. My arm was up. He stabbed me under my armpit. Like, he tried to kill me. And now, a guy who was on the bus, I still have not met this guy, but if you were watching this video, I want to thank you so much, man. This guy saved my life. He was like, man, you acting all creepy and weird and stuff, man. He was on the back of the bus. He jumped up and like kicked dude off the bus. And now I'm up, I'm bleeding out. It's blood everywhere, just going all over my clothes and down my legs, through my pants, through my shoes, it's everywhere. And I fall out. And all I could hear was a older lady saying, "Oh God, he about to die." And next thing I know, I woke up in a hospital. Now the picture that you're seeing, this is an actual post with my name tagged in. That's my Facebook name, Casey the Super Songwriter Lane. And this is an actual post of what happened on a CTA. True story, y'all. And this is a dear friend of mine who tagged me in a post and made a post about me. It was plenty of them, but I just picked this one. And so when I woke up in the hospital, the next day, like around 2 o'clock, I was in great pain, and I saw Stormy and Angelique there, and doctors came in telling me, you know, what was going on, and the detectives was going to talk to me. And then the first people that came to see me was my cousin 3 in the left and my twin 40 all the way to the right with the blue hat on. And they came on business. They even scared Stormy. They was like, "What happened? What you let happen to my brother?" And he's like, "What you let, man?" And they had some things on them. Stormy was pretty shaken up, and she left. That's how scared she was. And I was like, "No." I'm like, "Nah, bro. She ain't had nothing to do with this, man. Not really. You know, it was some creepy dude." So, you know, they stayed for a little minute to make sure I was cool, and 3 and 40, they left. Now, shortly after that, the detectives come in. You know, they asked me what happened. I told them, like, you know, I don't know this guy. He followed us all the way from Roosevelt in the red line to 95th in the red line. And, you know, I told the bus driver what was going on, but she did nothing about it. So I feel like I had to do something, because he was just gonna keep on bothering us, and he already was coming at us kind of aggressive on the train, like, you know, like, man, I could talk to her, bro. I'm like, nah, bro, this ain't that type of problem. I'm trying to be, you know what I'm saying, be cool, because I don't want no trouble, really. Because at the time, I'm gonna be open and honest with you guys, I had a warrant for my arrest. So I wasn't trying to have no, you know, make no scene where the police come and I gotta scatter, you know, because I got a warrant. I'm not trying to go to jail. But I had no problem, you know, fighting this guy. But, you know, he had a weapon. So the detectives, they say, well, according to, you know, your bruises and this, that, and the third, you know, and from what, you know, the profile, we think that this is the guy who has been raping and stabbing and leaving these women dead around the city. From your stab wounds, those fit the same ridges, the same, like with the same blade that from these female victims. And then they told me that after getting the camera footage and viewing the camera footage and from witnesses, that after he stabbed me and the dude kicked him off the bus, he jumped into a red truck. He had a truck following the bus from 95th the whole time. His whole plan was to snatch Stormy off the bus, get her in that truck, and we probably would have never saw Stormy again. So I was kind of like, oh my God. And they was like, they think he's that serial killer rapist. And they say they'll be in touch. I was in the hospital for 5 days, made it out the hospital. The next day is when I took this picture that you guys are seeing right here with my 3 children. We were at Walmart, Walmart on 111, right off the E-way. And it took me a month and a half to heal from that, to recover from that. Those wounds, stab wounds, really hurt, man. No, ain't no joke. And their mom, my kid's mom, she's the one who really nursed me back to health. At the time, like I said before, me and Vayan wasn't even together. But she was letting me come see the kids, And after she found out what happened, she actually came into the hospital and visited me too later on that day too. And yeah. And when I got out the hospital, Stormy was nowhere to be found. I was genuinely like needing her because I needed someone to help me get up out the bed, walk me to the bathroom. I couldn't even walk by myself. That's how painful it was. I had to have a breathing tube thing to expand my lung back because my lung collapsed. And I had to have my gauges and, my dresses changed twice a day and clean. And I needed someone to help me do that. I couldn't do anything by myself. So the mother of my 3 kids, even though she did not like me at that time, she did not want to see the father of her children like that. She came to my aid, and I will always love her for that. She came to my aid, y'all, and she really took care of me. She actually even dumped the guy she was with at the time and got back with me. And I'm going to tell y'all a story how I messed that up terribly. But that month and a half, she took off work. What's it called? FMLA? That paid time off. She took that for a family member. She took that. They pay her to stay at home, but she took care of me. And I really needed someone. I had no one. She came to my aid. Stormy was out there drinking, messing around with other people, other dudes and girls. I'm sorry to put a business out there, but yeah, and it really hurt me because me and Vayan's brother, Mark, we went to the liquor store, and guess who we see at the liquor store? Like, this was like a couple days later. Stormy at the liquor store, walking out the liquor store with some dude. I'm like, why you not answering the phone? You know what, better yet, it don't even matter, but just know you messed up with me. And she did. I made her feel it. But when she found out I was back with the mother of my kids, she was real salty. But that's what you get. Like, I risked my life for you, and it's like, for what? I almost died. Y'all, I was on my deathbed, literally. They had to put a chest tube inside me just to save my life. I almost died on that surgery table, y'all. When I woke up, I was surprised I was alive. Angelique was surprised. She's like, oh my God, he up. Oh my God, you made it, Casey. I almost died for that girl. You know what she did? She did nothing. But her mother, she still thanks me to this day. I don't know if they ever caught the guy. I don't know, what happened with that guy. But I went looking for him, but I could not find him. And I would tell you guys what I'd do if I see him, but I'm going to leave that a mystery. But I will say that it's some very, very sick people out here. And it was just my luck that I came across this guy. But I told y'all I had this dreadful feeling after Booda and Vell died that something was going to happen to me. And exactly a week later it did.